When the US Federal Reserve went crazy over XRP Ripple, the impossible became doable. They are not only pushing Ripple technology, but they also want to make XRP Ripple 250,000% more valuable. This video will show you that it's not impossible. That video is the most important thing for anyone who owns XRP. You really can't miss it. Let's get right to the point without any more nonsense. Nota bene. Let's start with some scary news. Imagine the amazing event where the value of XRP skyrockets to an impressive $1,427. Driven by the revolutionary idea that 30% of the world's banking institutions might accept it. That's not just a dream. Something new that was recently found is shocking everyone in the business world. A recent story that got a lot of attention in the fintech world says that the amazing rise in XRP's value, which reached such a big milestone, is due to the fact that a lot of banks might start using it. At first look, 30% may not seem like much. It's important to understand how big this number is. It is said that Ripple, the company behind XRP, works with almost a third of the world's banks. This shows an impressive amount of reach and potential power. But here's the catch. Does each of these banks use Ripple to its fullest extent? It doesn't look like that, as more research shows. Even though Ripple has worked hard to get banks all over the world to use its technology, it could still be used more. This makes me wonder about the future of banks and how Ripple might change it. Let's talk about Ripple's next step toward going public. There is new information that Ripple is almost ready to become a publicly owned company. This could have a huge impact on the cryptocurrency market. Analysts think that the price of XRP could go up to an amazing $8.97 in just over a month. This isn't just an idle guess. It shows how much the market is looking forward to Ripple becoming a publicly traded company. But what does Ripple's decision to go public mean for banks around the world? The way banks see and deal with cryptocurrencies could change radically through this event. Ripple's agreements, like the one it has with SBI Holdings in Brazil, show how the company plans to grow and gain more power. Ripple is showing its dedication to changing the way cross-border payments are made by launching its on-demand funding services with the help of the Brazilian central bank. These agreements will have a big effect on banking around the world. Streamlining processes could lead to lower costs and better performance. The effects of Ripple could be felt across the whole financial business as more banks use its technology. The price of our favorite cryptocurrency will change a lot because of this, which is even more important. As we move on from talking about how banks are becoming more interested in XRP Ripple, it's important to remember that XRP Ripple has a lot of promise that goes far beyond just banks. Countries and even powerful groups like the US Federal Reserve are starting to see how big of a market opportunity cryptocurrency has. But we're getting closer to something much bigger than you might think with this understanding. Stay tuned to find out what groundbreaking effects this could have on the future of money. This digital currency, XRP Ripple, is one of a kind and a big deal in the world of cryptocurrencies, which are always changing. To be clear, what makes XRP different from all the other cryptocurrencies? Let's get right to it. XRP Ripple is one of a kind because it focuses on making cross-border payments quick and cheap. XRP is intended to make transactions quick and easy, unlike many other cryptocurrencies that are mostly used for speculation or as a store of value. XRP Ripple has made a name for itself as a game changer in the world of international finance with its lightning-fast transaction speeds and low transaction fees. But what about its draw to big groups like the US Federal Reserve and the BRICS countries? Why did they decide to look into what XRP Ripple could do? Its new technology and ability to reach people all over the world are the answers. For example, Ripple's relationships in Brazil have made it possible for its on-demand liquidity services to be used, which has changed the way people in that country send money to other countries. Also, the BRICS countries, which include China and India, which have very strong economies, have seen how revolutionary Ripple's technology could be. With Ripple, central banks can use digital currencies and make deals across borders. These countries are putting themselves at the forefront of new banking ideas. Let's talk more about how XRP Ripple is closely connected to the creation of these digital currencies by central banks while we're on the subject of CBDCs. Blockchain technology from Ripple, especially its decentralized ledger, makes it safe and easy to issue and trade CBDCs. Putting Ripple's technology together with CBDCs not only makes standard banking systems run more smoothly, but it also makes it easier for people around the world to get money. Let's now talk about the Federal Reserve and how it is interested in blockchain technology. The Federal Reserve's work with Ripple on the FedNow payment system shows that blockchain technology is becoming more common in traditional banking services. The Federal Reserve wants to change the way standard banks work and bring together centralized and decentralized finance by using Ripple's technology. But what does the FedNow plan really mean? And what changes could it make to current banking systems? FedNow will soon be able to make fast payments within the United States, competing with third-party apps like PayPal and Venmo. FedNow could help millions of people get access to and use of financial services by combining decentralized finance ideas with standard banking systems. Now that we've talked about Ripple's relationships and how they might affect global finance, Let's talk more about something that's on everyone's mind: the cost. We talked about this briefly earlier, but now it's time to take a bigger picture look at how quickly coins can grow. Get ready, because what you're about to learn could change the way you think about the stock market. Don't miss this chance to learn more about how digital assets are growing at a speed that has never been seen before. As we learn more about XRP+Ripple, new sources say that its market share could reach or even go beyond the impressive 30% mark. What does this mean for the price of digital goods now? Keep your seatbelts on, because what this means is truly amazing. With banks using XRP in such large numbers, its demand is about to rise, sending its price to levels that have never been seen before. Imagine how the value of digital assets would change if the market share grew by such a huge amount. There are even stories that the value of XRP has already skyrocketed to an impressive $1,427. It's not just a rush, it's a huge change in how the Bitcoin market works. There's more, though. There's a good reason why Ripple's buyback scheme has been making waves in the financial world. Reports say that Ripple Labs, the company that created XRP, has started a large buyback and will be retiring about 1 billion XRP. Why does this matter now? That's a clear vote of faith in XRP's worth and its future in the financial world. By actively buying XRP, Ripple Labs is showing that it believes the digital asset has the ability to change the way cross-border payments are made and the way money is handled around the world. There's more to the story, though. There have been reports that the Federal Reserve is not just sitting back and doing nothing. It is seriously thinking about adding XRP to global payment systems. This really changes things. Such a move would have huge effects on how much XRP is worth. If a strong organization like the Federal Reserve backs XRP, its value could reach unimaginable heights, getting digital banking ready for a new era. And if that wasn't enough to get your attention, papers that were leaked show that the Federal Reserve wants to use XRP and follow ISO 4217 standards. Some people think this is a guess, but it's really a look into the future of world finance. The Federal Reserve is paving the way for a huge change in how payments are made and settled around the world by accepting XRP and building it into its system. One example of how XRP+Ripple can change things and how it is changing the way money works around the world. Moving on from the impressive value and the possibility of integrating it into global payment systems, it's time to look more closely at the many ways that our favorite coin affects the world. But hold on tight, because what you're about to learn is not just a guess. There has never been more at stake than now as XRP+Ripple takes over the world. Please do not blink, as you do not want to miss any part of this historic trip. As we try to figure out how to regulate cryptocurrencies, it's important to keep an eye on how things are changing with XRP+Ripple. Even though XRP has the ability to change the way people pay for things across borders and the way the world's finances work, it has had trouble becoming widely accepted as a currency. Delays in getting regulatory approval have slowed down the process of integrating it into major financial systems, taking away from its full ability. In spite of this, there have been important turning points. The fact that XRP is listed with major government currencies shows that it is a real currency that can be used in the digital market. This shows that XRP is becoming more and more recognized as a useful asset class, even though regulators aren't sure what will happen. But changes in regulations aren't the only things that are affecting XRP's future. Making technological progress is a key part of reaching its full potential. Plans to use XRP's public chain to make side chains are a big step forward for working together and coming up with new ideas. These side chains can improve interoperability and scalability by using the power of XRP's decentralized ledger. This opens the door for new uses in many fields. Imagine a world where XRP's public chain is the base for a large network of side chains, each designed for a different type of use or industry. It can be used in banking, healthcare, supply chain management, entertainment, and a lot of other fields. This idea of working together and coming up with new ideas made possible by XRP's technology shows